So here's a video of my homemade brooder. Yes, it's a little big. Yes, it's in my bathroom right now. Hopefully the wind from the fan isn't too loud, but I can't turn it off because it turns the light off and I want you to be able to see. So basically, it's a very simple design. It's all made out of one sheet. This is like it's called hardboard. You get it at Lowe's, Home Depot. But this is one sheet of 4x8, made this whole thing. Made the floor, the walls, all of it. So it's 4 foot long by 2 foot high. So it's 2 feet, and then this side 2 feet. This is 2x2 squared. And then you just buy some of these pieces of wood here. I think they're 1x1s. And then these are the materials. If you're curious, it cost me 32 bucks for everything. And I ended up buying screws too, so if you have screws you won't have to pay the 8 bucks or whatever. So those are basically 3 and I guess 3/4 inches by 8 feet long is what these pieces are here. And then those go all the way around. And I think I got 3 of these, but I ended up running out, so you probably have to get another one. I would just get, they're so cheap, they're only like 2 bucks. So I would just get, get 5 of them. Spend 10 bucks, get 5 of these. And then the top is made out of these little even smaller pieces, which you can pause this to see exactly what I got here. I think that is the ones up here. 1x2x8 is what these are. I wanted the top to be really light, because I don't want the hinges to be stressing. So, which the hinges aren't on here. I had to go back and get those because I forgot those. I ended up having to go buy another one of these, and then another one of these boards, and then the hinges in there. So basically it's just simple top, and then I ended up screwing handles on the side here. Here you can see better over here. Got a nice handle. It's a little big for one person to carry. You really don't need it this big. You probably could do it here. You can get an idea hopefully of how big it is from the side. You can see, like, compared to my foot, like it's 2 feet, it's a big weight, ain't no bird jumping out of there. This is for quails. You could probably use it for chicks. I'm sure you could use it for chickens. You can see you gotta reach pretty far down in there. Put that heater, that's a heater by the way. You can move it however you want to move it. It's got little hooks up here where you can unhook it and put it in whatever kind of configuration you want, or you can raise it up higher, put it down lower, whatever you. It's got another hook there, and these things are really cheap. You can get them like $1 a piece. You can stick them all over, or you can just tie loops in the string. And then I cut a little notch here, as you can see, for the cord to go out. It's got a 10-foot cord, so when that's in there, got a closed flush. It's a very simple design. I mean, if you don't have this mesh up here, you might have to it might be a little more expensive, but you don't really need a top. Like, this thing's so high. I just put this top on there because I was afraid that the cats might get to this, which we're gonna have it in a closed room anyways, but it's just double safety, And then I ended up stapling it here because I couldn't really get the gun in here to put a screw in here, so I ended up just putting staples in here. And then I put some liquid nails in between. I was gonna sand it, but I like the kind of rough look. So I was like, yeah, I'll just leave it. It's just a practical thing there. And then, yeah, what I was saying is, if you don't have this wire, it might be a little expensive to just buy this little piece of wire. But honestly, you don't really need this wire. It just keeps cats and stuff out. You really don't even need a lid. You could just make the box and then just put like a towel covering half of it, or put a sheet over it, or I'm sure you could get like some poster board or a piece of cardboard or something to put over the top of it, or make the lid and just staple cardboard to it. If you wanted to keep it, them private in there. It might be nice to have half of this covered, like this half over here covered too. Kind of keep the heat in that side, but yeah, I think it did turn out good. My original plan was to make it where there was no wood on the inside, because I was gonna make like a square frame here. See, you can see on the outside here how this is set up. You see you got the framing here. So that was all going to be on the inside, but then I decided that I wanted the inside to be clean, but I had to put these boards here because I needed to join the bottom to the side, and I couldn't figure out another way to do that, so I ended up putting them, 2 of them, which I don't think it looks that bad. I mean, other than that one is laying flat and that one is laying up. But I wanted to do that just in case I wanted to set the heater on there. I wasn't really sure how I was going to set the heater up, and then I came up with the sticky pad idea. So overall, I think it still looks pretty good. Turned out pretty decent. You know, this stuff's actually pretty strong, surprising. It's really easy to cut. It's like some fiber, I don't know what it is, but it's really easy to cut. The handles are holding on nice. But again, if you wanted to make it, you can make this whole thing once you have the materials. If you have a saw, you just need some kind of saw to cut it. A lot of this I cut by hand, but you can cut with the table saw. And you can make this whole thing in a day by yourself. Again, you can pause the video here and check out the materials. And then the hinges I ended up getting at Lowe's, and I threw away the receipt for that. Well, I just wanted to give you a little update. We put the light in here, and that thing's still working great. And as you can see, the quails are all, well, they're eating some food. These are about 2 days old, I guess, roughly. You see this guy squeaking over there. But I put that board in there. I thought it was going to be too high, but it seems to be working out. If you had chickens, I mean, this would be no problem. These guys are tiny though, so, but they can seem to get around. They can actually hop a lot higher than I thought for only being a few days old. They're able to jump up on that ledge, no problem. And then I ended up putting a temperature thing in here, which it doesn't get hot enough to really worry about that, but I just wanted to, you know, check that. And then under here, they can always go under here if they get too cold, and it's nice and warm under there. They like to run back and forth though, do their thing. So yeah, they like to splash around in the water. I try to keep them out of there, but right now I'm giving them this water here that has electrolytes in it. That's the color of the mix when you add it in there. But yeah, so far it's working out great. I do have a towel. I usually cover this half with a towel over, just so that side could be kind of dark. And then I usually put something heavy on here. Just, I mean, it can't come open anyways, but I do have cats, so just in case the cat was to get up here, it wouldn't. Which I keep the door closed so the cats can't come in here. But there's their food. But yeah, we try to keep the cats away from here, but it's working out good. The cage is doing good overall. It's definitely a simple design that works.